What's up guys, TheMerryGamer here, and welcome back to Cities Skylines. I haven't played this game for a little bit. I took a little break in between it because I recorded the 3 episodes that happened last week all really close together, and I didn't really want to go ahead or too far ahead of the game, so I've really restricted myself from playing it, and I'm really happy that we're finally back to playing here at Royal Tunbridge Wells. So I'm happy to say that everyone has had a really good reception to the game. Everyone seems to be enjoying it, so we're going to continue the series and continue growing the city. Oh god, look at that sewage. That's not nice. So first things first, I do know about the windmills. I did notice about that when I was placing them, because when you go how do I it's up here, that's right. So when I go here and go wind, you see, these dark areas, this is where the wind is the strongest. So ideally I should have my windmills down here, and like the wind is always strong in the ocean. So we're going to start moving our power out this way because we unlocked the new these guys. So we got the advanced wind turbines, and these guys can go like on the water and everything. So that's what eventually we're going to start doing. They're a bit pricey though, if I recall. Yes, 12 grand. So very expensive, something that we're not going to do straight away, but whenever we need power issues, we're going to start doing that. We're going to start linking the power to here, and then we'll have this power line. I think the power lines, where do they run to? They run all the way up here. So yeah, we could actually get rid of them and that wouldn't really affect it, because as long as they're connected down here, the power will trail anyway. But what I want to focus on today is, once again, getting the ore going and everything. So we're going to hit play. And I want to start maybe getting our commercial area, because this is our Lynch Hills, we named this. We haven't got a good name for it yet, so I will change it the moment I see a good name. I'm keeping it Lynch Hills at the moment, because it's not too bad of a name, but if someone comes up with a good one, I will change it. This is going to be our massive Royal Ore Factory. What was that? A building has burnt down. Oh, that's a shame. We do have a fire department here, I'm pretty sure of it. If I go here, yes, we got a fire department here. We got fire department here. Coverage is pretty good. Not over in this area, so we need another fire department down here eventually. Medical, how's medical doing? We only really need medical here. We do need some medical up here because, you know, we need that, I think, graveyards. We've got one which desperately needs water, so let's do that now. Why don't you have water? That is a very good question. Did I not do... Oh, that's weird. I swear I did the, like all the little out bits. Did we not do that? I swear I did that. Alright, so let's go... yeah, because I marked out all the 420s. Alright, well, we're just gonna... Yeah, it's gonna mess up our marking up a bit, but... Oh well, it's kinda... You kinda can't change that. So we'll do that, and we'll place... Didn't really want you to place it, because you placed it at an angle, but you still worked. Because that moved down one, but that's alright. It still works. It still works. It's not a big issue. So yeah, we'll get out of that. The graveyard will have water now. So yes, I want to focus on, because if you look down here, we've got low demand for industrial. Industrial's not a big demand. Residential and what is it? Commercial is going up a bit. So what we're going to do is that this is our last bit of residential. So we're going to zone in. Can I... Yeah, since they're all separate ones, this is going to be a pain to do, so I'm going to have to do it like this. Just click all these, you got you and this. So this is all our residents in there, and we're going to turn that into residential as well as this. And then all this as well is residential. So this is our last section of Lynch Hills. And that is going to be all that. But now it really wants commercial. Technically, this bit in here needs to change, because I didn't... This one needs to be residential. So we're going to de-zone this. And we're going to de-zone all of that. Let's do the... Oh wait, no, but this... I need to go to this one, that's right. So let's de-zone this. And let's de-zone you. And we'll do you as well. Then we'll repaint commercial. We got you and commercial. We just want to repaint in this bit right here. So that's going to stay like that. I don't want too many residents, like see like here, like how we have that. We don't want residents in that area because, you know, it's quite a loud area, so we need to keep that down. This I probably will change. I won't have houses eventually on here. I might put like train stations or something because, yeah, see, like all the zoning has changed now since we bought the new tile. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna dezone all of these guys. It's gonna make a whole bunch of people unhappy, but then we're gonna rezone all in here. I think these houses will go. I think if we just hit fast forward, hopefully, yep, those guys will go. We can zone you, we can zone you, and we can zone you. And now get some bigger houses in there instead of those really small titsy ones that have been annoying me, because they are kind of little bit of an eyesore. So apparently there is a power issue. What's going on here? Why is there... Oh, you're not connected to anything. But it's okay, since all these guys are connected, the power continues through. So you're not an issue there, so that's okay. So as I said, I wanted to focus on commercial because we've got this roundabout going. This is going to link over out this way to the industrial. And I want somewhere down here, this is going to go into a central... Ooh, okay, there's people actually having power issues. Ah, yes, alright, so let's pause this. And let's look into putting in some of these guys. So, I'm going to put you in. Out of city limits. Okay, so if I put you here. And then let's put a second one there. So now, will that pick up the power? Will the power get picked up? So if we do this... Yes, it's been picked up. So there we go. So now we'll start getting our new electrics and special wind turbines out over here in the ocean, and then we can slowly start selling some of these, getting rid of these, and turning this into a proper industrial area. All these guys, what are these desperate for? They're all desperate for not enough workers. We don't have enough people wanting to work in the industry, which is a bit of a shame. The big thing is, because like the problem is you need residents to get the commercial, but we don't have a big resident demand. So as you can see, this is kind of going all patchy here. We kind of should have progressed this a tiny bit slower, but it's okay. Like the zones are there for them to claim and to go there, and they're all connected, so it shouldn't be an issue. But what I want to do is I want to look at increasing... Actually, first of all, I want to look at our traffic. Traffic, where's our big... Yeah, see, this is a big issue. This intersection here is causing a lot of issues. Like this is not too bad, but it's starting to back up. So we need to see if we can improve it. How can I improve it? Is that only one way? No, that's a two-way. These guys want to come down here. How can I connect this up? Because these guys are coming down this way. Ideally, I wanted to have the industrial on this side, since we are using left-hand side. They should have entered here and that. Instead, they're entering and going across this way. So ideally, the city, I should have had residential this side and factory this side, but then I couldn't have that. So I should have actually had right-hand side driving. I can't change that, I do not think. So that makes a huge, not a massive issue, but it makes it interesting. So these guys are desperate for workers. The town is desperate for community, or like commercial buildings, so we're going to give them the commercial that they want. New services, oh yeah, buses and transport, so we can do a bus depot, then you've got trams and everything like that. Okay, yeah, I don't need that information, thank you. Let's go here for a second. Is this what how do I pick up the... Is it like the... That's policies. There's a way of... Oh no, I think it was here. This is what I need to click. So, we need to reach 4,800, and that will unlock the oil industry. It will unlock heavy traffic bans, and this is where we could be interesting. We could... How can I get these guys to kind of... We can cause another loop, technically. If we really wanted to, we could make like a bridge that went across here or something. But again, we're getting complicated. Anyway, I want to focus on the commercial area. So, we're going to go down here. And how are we going to do this? What were you? You were 400. So ideally I want another 400 there. And I want another 400 here. Because this is going to be commercial, this area. And we'll have like a block, shall we? So we'll do 1200. And then we'll come across here. Do 800. And then we'll do 1200 again. And then we'll have another one that comes through here. So this is going to be another commercial block. Now I don't want everything to be squares, I kind of want to have things. And see, like this area here isn't being optimized properly, so eventually like you could connect a road that connects here as well. It just gives another access point to the area and you don't waste too much space. Now what I want to do is, because I want this still to be kind of commercial, then we want to get down into offices, and this is where I want the shape to change a bit. If I expand this down to, let's go to 1800. Oh no, let's go to 2000. And then if I do a curve, so I did 2000. And I do this, that comes down to 2000. Where does 2000 come into play? That's 2000, but we want it to come up to here. I'm trying to do something a tiny bit different, but like how far across did we make this? So we went 1, 2, 3. Then we want it to stay 90, and we're going to go up to here. And then we're going to do the same on this side. 2, 3. And you're gonna make it very difficult because you're not right. I think. Yeah, here we go. There. And then how do we want to connect this? I'm trying to think of a good way of connecting this road. So if I go maybe one across. Just trying to think of like an odd shape, you know, to kind of break up the city from this. I know it's not exactly like ideal, but it's something to kind of break it up a bit. And just to break up the natural boxes and circles, to kind of have something a bit different. And I kind of want this to be our office area. And then what we can do is, this went down. No, we want straight. So this one was 2000. So if we go down to 1000, which is here, let's come across here. Maybe let's just join straight up to the road across here. And there. And then this can kind of be like office area. So, and then we can have like, you know, a few parks and stuff in here and some extra little things in these gaps here. But it just breaks up the city, stops making it look so ordinary, you know. And then like this area here can bend off this way, but then we maybe can have another area that bends off, because we're going to have to fill all this. We're going to have all different residents in area. Okay, yeah, I know we're having those issues. Although the demand is going up here for industrial, so these guys are going to start getting workers soon. They have to. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to start zoning in the rest of this area, and this is what I want to be our commercial. So we're just going to slowly do this, because you can't do too much at once. Oh, what's that? Is that crime that I just saw then? I think it is. So let's get off this and let's hit you. Crime. It was a crime target then for a second. So I know there are a new piece of land available. Oh yeah, to buy. Yeah, we haven't bought the next piece of land. I know that. That's okay. But yeah, to take the heavy duty off the roads, we're eventually going to put in a rail system that's just for industrial exports, and that will make it much easier. But let's have a look at the ore again, because this is all good. We kind of need to expand down here, and then we need to expand over here. So how do we... No, let's go back here, and we want to get some roads going. And let's bring this down to here and bring that across, and bring this guy across as well. And then maybe to make this look a bit nicer, curve it, I'm thinking. Because if we go if you curved it from like here to here or something, it might look okay. Maybe? I don't know. Let's give a little curl a go. I kind of like the curled roads. I don't want to do too many straight ones, so let's kind of do this. Let's go up here. So we have a little bit of a wasted space in here, but that's okay. That's okay. That doesn't bother me too much. These guys are like... Well, these are all like abandoned, aren't they? So, yeah, see, they're all abandoned. So, they will disappear, but to get some of the new ones going, we're gonna start zoning in these guys. And I believe these guys are still part of the area. If I go this, yes. So let's zone in some more, and let's zone in the rest of that to make them all still industrial. We've still got the two different types of factories going at the moment. So what I need to make sure as well is that when I hit this, it's an ore industry. So we did do that. So these are going to start building. That's going to start filling in these abandoned buildings. We can bulldoze all these guys just to make them go away. It does cost a bit of money to do this, but unfortunately these guys just didn't get the workers, and they're going to be putting a taint on our industry. So we're going to get rid of these. Normally you can just wait for it to happen, but it's kind of smarter sometimes just to get rid of them, and they'll start building new ones straight away, and then we don't have to worry about it, because these guys are taking up space for actual industry that we need. So if we look at that, we can get rid of you, get rid of you. See, all these guys are desperate for workers, but they're not getting the workers. So they'll hopefully get the workers soon. So if we go back here, yeah, so we got another one that's popped up there, but that's okay. For now it's okay. It's not that big of an issue. But these guys are going to start producing ore and doing that for us. Our residential demand is starting to go up again. A building has burnt down, that's okay. So we can actually... We could kind of expand the residence a tiny bit here, but I'm thinking of turning this into a small commercial area. Because like this could be, like this area here is like our high street, like the city high street. Then this is going to go into like the city offices, you know, like the central business district, the CBD. And then like over here we can have a small area. Then like we can have our transport, so our train link and everything like that. We can also have another link onto here, so instead of incoming traffic coming through here and going straight into the residential area, we can have a link that comes straight here, so then they bypass this link, and we use this link primary for exports, especially for stuff like this. But these guys, what are these jobs available? What do these guys require? Oh, they require educated. Alright, so uneducated is normal, educated is primary. So okay, that's what our problem is. So let's look at, where is it? Education. Let's look at primary. Where is our primary schools? Not a lot of people are educated, so that's the issue. That's the issue with the ore industry at the moment, is that it needs educated people. So we've got 22% of our population are educated, 78% are uneducated, so those uneducated people can work in the forestry, but they cannot work here. Some can, but not a lot. Like they only take like 5, and I think the rest was educated. Then well-educated is high school, and highly educated is, of course, university. So at the moment, we're okay with primary. These two schools cover really well. We don't have a high school, because we don't really need it. Like, there's 22% of our population are educated. We don't really need a push for well-educated just yet. Like, we just went up to 23, that's good. So over time, it'll do. So at the moment, this ore industry is not going to perform well until we get that going. So what I need to do is, I want to, how do I D-zone? I think it's this one, isn't it? Erase district, okay. If I do this, I'm going to start just erasing here to keep the industry alive. We can go across here, and then we can kind of just like repaint again, a tiny bit here, and a tiny bit on this corner. And then we can turn this one, and we can expand this district. I don't want them merging though. That's what I don't want. I think we've got like that fine line between them, which is good. For now it's okay, because then what I want to do is I want to turn this into forestry, just to give it a bit of unemployed a bit. But at the moment the residential demand is going up, so we need to look at putting in a new residential district. And I wouldn't mind having another residential district down here, because we got the beach down here, so we're going to have a nice residential district down here. And that's something that I want to push for. So I think in the next episode we're going to start looking at a new residential area. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to end the episode here, guys, and next episode we'll push in building a new residential area, maybe somewhere down here, or maybe even over here. I'm not sure yet, but we'll decide in the next episode. So as usual, guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and I hope you all have an awesome day, and I'll see you all in the next one. So catch you later, guys.